Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Redbeard. Today we're going to be dipping back into Modern Warfare 2 and we're going to be checking out Season 3's content. Lately I've been diving back into it, doing a lot of grinding. Last week we finished up Resident Evil 4 on our live stream. We've started uploading. There might be a delay on part 2 because last week our editor was on vacation. He's just reached out to me and informed me he's not feeling too well. And because of that, there's going to be a slight delay. And in the meantime, I'll be editing. I've got another fun project that I'm working on with Madi, and I think you guys will enjoy it as well. It's just a little fun couples recording, so I think you guys will enjoy that. Looking ahead, we're going to talk about Season 3. So Season 3, it's one of those content drops that I'm going to be honest with you, I'm highly disappointed for the most part. I feel like this season was a big major attempt at making some extra money for the studio of Infinity Ward and obviously Activision as their publisher, as an opportunity to grab as much extra money as they can. I'll explain to you why I feel that way. So as you guys know, with Call of Duty these days, with every single season that comes out, we have a battle pass. Now, back in the day, years and years ago, we did season passes. You guys probably know how they work, but for those of you that do not understand or know what a season pass is, to make it as quick and easy to understand as possible, season passes back in the day, whereas once a quarter, so there's 4 quarters in a year, once per quarter we would get a content drop. Within that content drop, we would typically get 4 multiplayer maps. If it was a Treyarch game or later installments of Sledgehammer games, 1 zombie map, Black Ops 2, Ghost, Advanced Warfare. I do know for a fact Infinite Warfare for sure had them, but basically with every single quarterly drop, you would get a new weapon, new multiplayer maps, new zombie maps, things of that nature. So you would get a lot of content. Like, you would have to pay for the season pass up front majority of the time. It was $49.99 in the US, or you could pay $15 per drop. So typically buying it up front, you would save about $10. And a lot of people these days will argue that that's an outdated, antiquated system. It's very aggressive and egregious and greedy and this and that. But here's the thing, I disagree with that. And let me explain why. So you knew what you were paying up front. You knew all the content that you were getting for the year and for the life cycle of the game. They were not pitching super long-term support for the game. You understood when you spent $49.99 if you bought it, you know, all the entire season pass, you understood, okay, I have a year of content. I'm getting 1 content drop every quarter for over the course of a year of the life cycle of this game. And typically it was spread out to where you were getting content from about month 3 of the life cycle of the game all the way to probably the last month-ish or so of the life cycle of the game before the next game released. Did it split and divide the community up at times? Sure. Absolutely. I don't disagree with that. That's a completely fair statement. Something that it did do is it guaranteed everybody that bought that season pass was going to get some content, and it was going to be good, solid content. Was it pricey? Did it add up? Was it expensive? Sure. But you were guaranteed to get you were guaranteed to get your maps. And I think that's, for me personally, that's the biggest thing, is we're seeing a lack of content with battle passes. And whether that's because they're not charging people, you know, I don't know exactly what the cause is that is preventing us from getting new, unique, good maps. Was every map great back in the day? No. I would easily make that argument and not defend every single developer in that regard, because there's plenty of maps that I personally can think of that could have been significantly better. Man, this thing hits. Let's go. But the point is that I'm trying to make, we got new content, and it was, I don't like saying the word tangible with digital content, but it was tangible in the sense of we got what we paid for. At least I felt like I always got what I paid for. Now, fast forward to Black Ops 4, whenever they implemented the first Battle Pass. I actually think Black Ops 4 probably had the best version of the Battle Pass. They did the best job at implementing new weapons and new camos and new variants and things like that into the Battle Pass, while the Black Ops Pass was definitely controversial. I will absolutely agree with everybody that says Black Ops 4's season pass was terrible, because it absolutely was. Looking ahead though at the battle passes, the modern day battle pass, the idea of not having to pay, having the option to buy the battle pass if you want to, and still getting maps, I think it's a great concept in terms of being user and consumer friendly. I honestly think it's probably the best and smartest thing that the developers ever agreed to. When it comes to how they've executed it, I think they've done a pretty awful job. And from my perspective of being an OG COD player, we've not really actually gotten a lot of new content when you really look at it. A lot of new content really has come down to skins and weapon variants, all of which you have to pay money for. And for a long time, I kind of had a feeling that this was going to be the case due to greed. Their priority is to profit. They're for-profit businesses. That's how they survive. That's how they pay their employees. At the end of the day, they're just not offering within these battle passes value. I keep joking, oh, I'm an addict, so like I'm going to keep playing them and stuff. And the truth is like deep down inside, I enjoy Call of Duty. I like the core basis of the game. I want it to be successful. I want it to be good. Is it pretty bad in the condition that it's in currently? I think that it is. This battle pass has significantly less content in it, and I could be wrong. I don't think there's a lot of content in this battle pass. You have Black Cell. Now, this is their attempt at a money grab. Now, Black Cell to me is really interesting. It's $30. They're claiming it's over 7,000 COD points worth of content. I think that's, up to you as the player to determine whether or not it's worth it. To say that there's $70 worth of content in Black Cell, I would have to strongly disagree. And it all goes back to what I was just saying about new maps versus new guns versus paid for content like character skins and gun variants and stuff like that. Because me personally, I don't care about what variant of a gun I have. Weapon tuning is in the game for everybody to access. And that's where, for me personally, I really genuinely think I can unlock weapon tuning. I can grind out the game, get all of the items, actually put time into playing the game. Why do I need a variant that essentially just gives me early access? That just kind of gives me early access to what I'm grinding for anyways. Also, that just comes down to, I think Activision knows their audience. They've conditioned their audience to actually be willing to spend 10, 20 bucks to get a gun variant early, to get a gun early and not have to like grind for it like you used to back in the day. I think that's the big difference in modern COD versus, Call of Duty from 15 years ago. Call me old school, call me whatever you want to call me. But I used to just be about the grind. It's like prestige mode. When they got rid of prestiging, one of the biggest things that I cannot stand. I've actually recently thought about like resetting all my stats on Black Ops 4 and just grinding through it again, because I felt like that COD, they did a really great job at the prestige mode. I thought the camos in that game were extremely creative. It was cool. Like overall, the game had a lot of problems, but I thought overall that was a really cool, unique thing that they implemented into that game. But with all of that being said, one thing that they have implemented is the events tab. And last season I thought was pretty good with the Winds of Ash camo. I thought that was pretty legit, really gave you more of a reason to want to play. I don't like that it took them so many months to implement something like that, but I do think it was a really good decision. The thing with the task, however, though, with this season is they have like a trophy collection challenge, and it's pretty interesting how it works from what I've seen. With every game mode, you can pick up so many per match, and you have to finish the actual match out. So as you can see down in the bottom left of my screen, you can get up to So there's one right there. So you can pick that up, and you can get up to 3 of those in a match. He's right there.
Flash incoming! Switching mag! Flash! What's life, soldier?
So you can collect up to 3 of those per 3 or 6 or something. I don't remember. It looks like, oh, it starts off at 3, but now it's telling me I can get 4 more. But the thing is, you have to finish the matchup. And as you collect these, they will actually go into a bank. And with those trophies, you can actually go to the events tab, and I'll show that to you guys in like an overlay. And they range anywhere from like 50 to like 1,000 that you need to complete the challenge. I think right now I have like 40 or something. I haven't really played a lot since they released that the event system. It's an interesting concept. I don't know how I feel about it long term, because I mean, yes, it you know, obviously, like, you want to grind and want to have a reason to grind, but it's just, I don't know how you're gonna get how you're gonna get 1,000 of those without playing. I was watching Prestigious Key this morning, and basically was saying 160 games in team deathmatch to get 1,000, and that's if you get 6 in the game. So that's for, like, you know, decent COD players. That's not for people like me. That's like a total bot. One thing I noticed about this battle pass, though, it does seem like I'm unlocking tiers a lot faster. So taking a look with the tokens, so the highest and most expensive one is 1,000 tokens. They've implemented some variants, a new gun. It's 150, and it's interesting to me though that the trophy hunt calling card is 1,000. It's the most expensive thing. You would think that the gun variant would be more expensive than the calling card, but no, the calling card is in fact the most expensive thing. I would recommend, if you guys are going to grind for this event, trying to get these tokens so you can get all of these different items, I would really recommend, don't even acknowledge the tokens. Just get on, play your game normal. When you see them pop down, pick them up. I know in gunfight, I believe the most you can collect at a time is 3, but you can, if you're quick and you rush your the people you're up against as you kill them, typically they'll drop 3 at a time, 2 or 3 at a time. So you should be able to get them pretty quick in gunfight. You just need to coordinate really well with your teammate. All right. This new FJX is really good. It's a fun gun. I would definitely say it's probably the best part of season 3 is this sniper rifle, and I would also say the new AR. I haven't unlocked it yet, but I've picked it up off of a few people. It's good. You can't compete with it. Most guns can't keep up, I would say. And I think that's why they're implementing the trophy. If you quit out early, you lose those trophies. So I think that's their way of trying to prevent session quitting. So hopefully by next video, we'll have the Cronin Squall. We'll see what it's all about and how it is. So far, I think the FJX Imperium's pretty fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, watching the video. I'm curious to see what you guys think about Season 3. If you're enjoying it so far, did you unlock the FJX or did you go straight for the new AR? Which one do you like if you've got them both? And how do you feel about Season 3 so far? Make sure if you're coming back, you guys hit that like button. I appreciate all the crazy amounts of support lately. The channel's been doing extremely well. And if you're new, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. It's great to have you. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Redbeard out.